Tonight on CTV,
shots fired this morning near the district apartments.
Accusations made about the motive for the Josh Silva impeachment investigation.
And a look into the construction all around campus.
All that and more starting now on CTV.
Hello and welcome to CTV News. I'm Amelia Casteneda.
And I'm Marlo Lundak. Here are your Thursday news stories.
Fort Collins was awakened this morning to alerts and news of a shooting at 720th City Park Avenue. Emma Iannacone and Grace Reeder were at the scene.
2 a.m. at 720 City Park Avenue, shots rang out in an apartment complex just west of the CSU campus. The situation has officially been ruled a homicide.
A total of 4 people that were involved in this incident. The victims include parties who are both deceased and injured.
Former student Darren Rutz heard a woman call for help outside of his window.
We were asleep and we were just woken up by gunshots. Called 911 and then cops showed up shortly after that.
CSU sent out a public safety announcement at 2:35 a.m. warning students about the incident.
There was a lot of gunshots actually, so I don't know. They sounded like they were all coming from the same place, but they seemed like quite a few gunshots to me.
The Fort Collins Police Department could not comment on the victims or possible suspects.
There is no ongoing threat to our community at this time related to this incident. If anyone has information about the incident that has not yet spoken with the Fort Collins Police investigator, please have them call Fort Collins Police Services and speak to an investigator.
I mean, there's shell casings from the gun on the sidewalk that I walk past every day to go up to my apartment, so craziness.
With CTV, I'm Grace Reeder.
We have since learned that of the 4 members involved, 1 was injured and 3 were killed. Of the deceased, 1 was the shooter himself and another was a student here at Colorado State University.
We here, along with many CSU students, are deeply saddened by this news. If you are impacted by this incident and need support, we recommend that you contact the CSU Health Network Counseling Services. During last night's ASCSU meeting, the impeachment committee postponed the evidence sharing once again. Senate heard from the gallery, which included concerns regarding the impeachment overshadowing student issues.
I heard that there are senators in this body that have been intimidated, and that's unacceptable. I've heard there are senators in this body that have been harassed and have been attacked. Proponents of this impeachment legislation have been aggressive.
Another student on campus shared a similar disposition.
I will be the first person to stand up and say, I am proud to be a CSU Ram. But what are we doing, letting it crumble, just so we can be petty and attack each other and try and kick each other off of student government?
The Collegiate News Director offered to keep Senate members anonymous if they want to comment on impeachment proceedings.
We are willing to grant anonymity to anyone as long as they meet with a member of the press in person and their statements to the press are allowed to be published.
This body is a notorious waste of time. All you guys do is impeach people. You're not serving the students whatsoever.
CTV and the Collegian are dedicated to keeping the public updated on CSU student government moving forward.
New buildings and renovations are being built on Colorado State University's campus.
On CSU's campus, construction is nothing new. The new stadium recently opened in August, and at the same time, new construction sites took place around campus.
It shows that we're progressing as a campus, as well as the way that they're built. Really shows that we're leaning towards our goal of becoming a more sustainable campus with our LEED Platinum and LEED Gold buildings.
One student considers construction a distraction.
Right now it's just very chaotic. I feel like that's all I have to say, that's very chaotic, because it's a big distraction when you're trying to get to classes.
A $20.2 million addition to the Natural Resources building is currently taking place. The Corbett and Parmalee dining halls will be combined to create one cohesive dining hall for students. Construction for this renovation will begin in March of 2018.
We're gonna do construction. We should also put some maintenance care, if that makes sense, on the buildings like Clark or Newsom.
According to the facilities management, these buildings will provide hands-on instruction for students and further their education.
For more information on all the renovations and new buildings coming to CSU, visit the facilities management website at fm.colostate.edu.
The Nobel Prize for Physics recently went to 3 scientists who founded a company called LIGO that made progress in research of gravitational waves, a field of research relating to Albert Einstein's theory of relativity. CSU professor Carmen Menoni is known to contributing to the next generation of research in this field. In order to conduct research, LIGO uses machines called interferometers to measure very small changes in gravitational waves. Moroni was quoted saying, "LIGO plans to develop a more sensitive interferometer and to look at different wavelengths. We are already thinking ahead to what is going to be needed for future interferometers." LIGO has also worked with students on campus, giving them a one-of-a-kind educational experience.
According to Pruder Fire authorities, the fatal house fire that occurred on October 8th was confirmed an accident earlier today. The fire resulted in the death of the daughter of Doug Max, a CSU athletic administrator. The CSU community responded to the fatality by creating a GoFundMe to contribute to funeral costs and the home repair. That's all we have for news.
Stay tuned for weather, sports, and entertainment right after this.